How do I, like...
Hey everyone, Yom here, and today I'm going to go over 3 tips that can help you get into your dream boarding school. So first, a little bit of background about me. I attend a school called Phillips Exeter Academy in New Hampshire, and I've also made videos just like this one on my channel, so you go check those out, and be sure to like, subscribe if you want to see more things about boarding schools. So first things first, out of all my 3 tips, number 1 is to be yourself. Do not lie. Do not make your application seem unrealistic, and make sure you bring out who you are. It's all about being yourself. I've toured some people that had a dozen things on their application, there are a dozen things about their extracurriculars and achievements, and I just thought, wow, this person is doing a lot. Do they really have the time to do all these things? Are they really stretching themselves this much? And if they are, I can't tell what's important to them. And so the admissions team will feel the same way. I'm not saying don't put what you're most proud of and don't put your extracurriculars on there. I'm just saying be mindful about what you put on there. Make sure the admissions team can figure out what is important to you so they get closer to understanding who you are as a person and as a student. Keep your time spent on things realistic. If you have your application and you're doing 15 things and you're dedicating 7 hours a day to 15 of those things, that doesn't make any sense, and I once again cannot tell what is important to you, and it seems like you're overstretching yourself. So make sure you put down and make sure they know first what is most important to you. And this connects to the next one, essays. Second, essays are key. They will make your application stand out, or they can show the school that you are not fit. So in writing essays, you want to write the essays. The moment somebody takes your computer and starts typing different words and different letters in there, then it's no longer your voice. And this is something I got from my college counselor. They want to know about you, not about anybody else. So people can look for typos and whatnot, but make sure that they don't change any words, because then your voice is not coming through and the admissions team loses who you are through that process. It took me about 2 hours to do my essays. So you don't have to spend an eternity on them. Now, it may take some people a few days or a few weeks and whatnot, but make sure you write to your heart's content, but don't overdo it. If you find yourself rewriting your essay 50 times, why are you doing that? Make sure you know what is important to you, and then make sure that the admission team knows that. And if you don't know what's mostly important to you, then make sure you find something to write about yourself. Too many people, my college counselor told me, is that too many people start writing and getting on tangents about an event or a thing that doesn't connect to them. If you spend most of your essay talking about an event or a thing that changed your life, but not talking about your life, then once again, the admissions team cannot figure out who you are. They're not getting any closer to understanding you. So make sure when you're writing about an event or a thing that changed you or anything, make sure it ends up being about you. You spend and devote enough time to letting them know who you are. I cannot stress this enough. Third and final, and personally the most important to me, is that you need to make sure that place is the place for you. Too many people go to the place just because of the name. Yeah, Exeter is great. I love Exeter. But before I went to Exeter for the regular session, I attended in the summer session and loved it and wanted to go back so bad that I ended up there for high school. Too many people go to Harvard. This is what my college counselor told me once again. Too many people go to Harvard just because of the name. One guy came back who attended Exeter before. He goes to Harvard now, and he said that he wished he had done a little bit more studying up on colleges and their atmospheres, because what he's studying at Harvard, he really doesn't enjoy. He doesn't enjoy the Harvard atmosphere there. He just went because it was Harvard, and he regrets that. So I've been to many different schools. I play sports, so we travel to all the different boarding schools around our vicinity. I've been to Deerfield, Choate, all of them. Andover as well. And Andover's our rival, but I love Andover. I didn't visit Andover before I got to Exeter, but when I got to Andover for the first time, I actually enjoyed it. They threw a film festival last year, and I loved it, met great people, and they're just like us at Exeter. So make sure you visit that place to get the atmosphere before you just go. At boarding school, you get to live with your friends and experience a community that many people don't get the chance to. So when you're picking the place where you're going to spend your next 4 years, Pick it wisely. High school is what you make of it, so make sure you find a place that you'll love to be at. That's all I have to say. And lastly, please don't stress about testing. I see too many online communities and I get messages about the SSAT. Another thing my college counselor told me is that when applying to the top schools, mostly everybody will have the top scores. So you have to find out a way to expand and radiate. That's the term my friend Cameron told me, is that since everybody is going to pretty much have the same scores, what sets you apart? What makes you different? What makes you unique? What makes you you? Bring your voice out. Let the school know who you are. I didn't have the best scores by any means, and look where I'm at now. So make sure when you're writing your essays that you bring your voice out. Scores, as much as you think they do matter, and they do, your essays and who you are to that school is even more important. And to me, arguably, from what I have experienced, is the most important. And this goes even farther for colleges, because most colleges don't even do interviews anymore, unlike boarding schools. So when it comes to your essays, they have about 7 minutes to look at your app. 7 minutes to look at that piece of paper. And if you spend too much time talking about an event or a thing that affected your life and not your life to them, then they can't tell who you are, so then they cannot accept you. So make sure you bring your voice out. Once again, I cannot stress that enough. And make sure you want this for you. You can do it. My name is Ori Evans. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next year. Well, I'll be graduated, but if you do get in, make sure you message me. I'd love to help you with anything, any advice or tips for attending Exeter. I can't really help on other schools. I haven't attended other schools. But yeah, once again, thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want more content like this. Peace, love, and happiness. And once again, hope to see you next year.